So you are going to see some screen and screen, and I apologize for that. Hopefully next week you will not have that. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So good afternoon. My name is Melissa Matthews. We are here to learn about Google Drive. This is a weekly webinar. These are offered every Tuesday from 8:30 till 9 a.m. and again from 3 to 3:30. I am here with the beautiful Jessica Falco, who is here to help assist with the chat window and what have you. So if you are looking at your screen right now and you're at weeklywebinars.palmbeachschools.org is how you got there on the website, you will see in the bottom right corner of the viewer window a little word that says YouTube if you move your mouse. If you click that little YouTube link, and you know what, let's see, I think you may see picture in picture, but let's go there anyway.
I lost you.
Did you lose me?
I don't hear you. Okay, you're good. It just went down. That's weird.
I can't even get to weekly webinars. I think I crashed the website. Okay, let's press play and see what happens. Okay, so yes. So on here, if you click the word YouTube, it will take you to the YouTube screen. So while you are at the YouTube screen, and I hope you're not seeing picture in picture, but you probably are.
Oh yeah.
You can hit that settings gear and make it so it's 720. If you do that, you're going to see that your screen is going to be beautiful compared to what it was before, and you'll be able to see everything much more clearly. You'll also have this beautiful chat window, so you can say something like, "Good afternoon," or "Melissa's beautiful today," or any kind of sucking up is perfect. Just joking. Okay, so moving on. So we're here to learn all about Google Drive. And first things first, in the chat window for me, what is your definition of Google Drive? And while you type it, I'm going to try to attempt to restart this machine over here that I was on before and have two screens again so that you don't see picture in picture, because I think that would be a lot better. So it also means that I will get the chat window so I can see everything that you're saying, which would be also nice. Join. Oh, snap. Something went wrong and everything just crashed. Okay, so you know what we'll do? Oh, I see all this chat now. Good. Hi there. What is Google Drive to you? The home for all your Google documents, Nikki. That's exactly correct. It is your cloud in the sky. Oh, Kathleen's on. Hello, Kathleen. Chandria, I apologize if I butchered your name, says a place where you can access all of your documents. It's kind of like your My Filing cabinet, Barbara. I like that. A place to organize all your docs. Exactly. So we're going to keep on going. We're going to skip over the movie. And it's exactly, somebody put your file cabinet. Ta-da! It's your filing cabinet in the sky. Just like you would have a filing cabinet in at your office, you're going to have this virtually in Google Drive. So just like you may have a drawer, that's your math drawer, or a science drawer, or maybe one's algebra and one's pre-calc and one's geometry, or maybe folders within a drawer, same way you would organize that, you can organize your Google Drive. So hopefully that's a little clear. So why are we going to use it? I always want to make sure that the why is answered. Why are you going to use Google Drive? How is it going to change the way that you work in your classroom? And I know by looking at the chat window that there are all sorts of different job descriptions in my audience today. So go ahead and start typing. How is Google Drive going to help facilitate your job so that you can be more efficient, help other people share things, what have you? Jamie wrote, she asked if she's supposed to make it full screen. She doesn't need to make it full screen, but if you click that YouTube icon in the bottom right corner, it'll take you to the YouTube browser, and which apparently you're there because you have that chat screen. So that's all you need to do. That way you can see what's going on and chat. So Barbara wrote that it's a great way for her to share her docs. So basically, Google Drive is a way not only to store everything virtually, but how many times have you left your desk and you've gotten home and you said, oh, I was supposed to work on that tonight. It's on my desk. I forgot. Well, that's when Google Drive is your friend. Or my short little story, I live in Jupiter, furthest north that you can get. I went to Water's Edge Elementary, furthest southwest you can get in Palm Beach County. And if those of you that know me, Kathleen can attest, my life is in my backpack. So my computer, all of my cables to hook things up to, speakers, you name it, it's in my backpack. So it's kind of like that purse on One Fine Day that, what was her name? Had the George Clooney and the girl, not Cameron Diaz, Michelle Pfeiffer, where everything she needed, she just pulled out of her purse. That's my backpack. So I get all the way to West Boca and there's no backpack. And I'm supposed to present on Discovery in 5 minutes because, of course, I hit traffic. And yeah, I don't have a backpack. So thank goodness my presentation was stored in Google Drive. I was able to open it up, sign in, boom, there's my presentation and present. I didn't have all my cables. I couldn't be hands-free, but I had my presentation. So thank goodness. So what do you think makes, or who do you think makes the best search engine in the world? Da, 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 da. Google. We all knew that. Normally I have you type that in there, but so yeah, it's Google for sure. So you can search your email for, let's say, Jessica and I were talking about a model of iPad and it's A1839. If we type that in the body of an email and I search Google email for A1839, it'll boop, pop right up and I can find that. I do not have to worry so much about organization as I do about content. So I just have to make sure it's in my Google Drive so that I'm successful. So where in the world is your Google Drive? Well, you can always go to your app selector or your Rubik's Cube or Waffle Iron or Brady Bunch or whatever you want to call it. And you can see Google Drive is right there. You can also go to the portal and search for Drive. That's a really fast way to get there. You can also type drive.google.com and get there as well. If you are not signed into your Google, it will prompt you to do so. So there shouldn't ever be an issue where, oh, I can't sign in because it's always your district credentials. Okay, so there's two different views to looking at your Google Drive. There is grid view, which looks like that. And so basically if you're on list view, which is what you see where my mouse is, grid view is an option. And grid view is going to give you basically a grid of all of your documents. So unfortunately, this picture is only of my folders. Had I shown you, in fact, I can show you right now. Here's my drive. I'm going to go to grid view and I'm going to go, can you see how you can see the file when it's on here? So at first you're only going to see my folders, but as we scroll down, you're going to see the actual contents, which is going to make it easier for you to find things later on. So grid view is your friend. If you want list view, you just click here and you go to list view and then you see not only the name of the file, but the owner, the last time it was modified, and the size never seems to pop up, but we're not so worried about that because, and I think this is my next slide, how much space do you have in your Google Drive? What do you guys think? Yes, no more USB, which is awesome. You don't have to worry about losing that USB drive or keeping track of it, which is so cool. I love this chat window, collaboration with others, all sorts of things going on in there, which is great. So how much space do you have in that Google Drive of yours? I haven't seen anybody chat anything. I'm going to go ahead and give out the answer. It is unlimited. You never will run out of space with your Google Education account. When you get that email that says you've run out of space, you have received some spam. So please mark it spam and move on with your day because you are unlimited. You will never, ever, ever run out of space. With that being said, I jump on my district soapbox and I let you know that personal stuff should remain personal. Do not mix your work and your private life. Make sure that you have your personal Gmail account and put all your pictures in that and all your, personal private stuff in that, and keep your work stuff 100% work. They do offer Google Photos, so whether you're on personal or work, so you can put your pictures in your Google Photos for your personal and your work photos and your Google. I don't know about you, I had a million pictures of my students. So field day and field trips and, different experiments we did in classrooms and all sorts of stuff. So, make sure that you put everything in the appropriate place. So how in the world do I add files that I already have? So super simple. You ready for this one? So I'm going to go to my drive. I'm going to go to a folder. So I'm going to minimize this screen. And here's my screen and screen and screen. Sorry about that, guys. And we're going to minimize that so that you can see my desktop, and minimize that and minimize that, or close that. There we go. So let's pretend I want this folder in here. All I'm going to do is click it, drag it. Oop. Doesn't want to move. Hold, please. Let's try this one. See, this is a non-example. There you go. You just drag it on in. I think it was my ability to use this trackpad. And when I do, if I let go, it will automatically copy the UDL folder and all the contents of that folder into my drive. So it will automatically go. I also think that maybe I'm just using too many resources for my computer because it's acting quite funny. Okay. So the other thing to know is that when I move things in, it will keep those files in their native form, which means if it was originally done as a Word document, it will stay in the Word doc format or a PowerPoint format or PDF format or whatever format it is. However, if I hit this gear here, settings, and I go to settings, I can check this box here where it converts uploaded files to Google Docs editor format. So if it was a Microsoft Office doc, Word doc, it will convert it to a Google Doc. If it was a PowerPoint, it will convert it to a Google Slide. If it was an Excel document, it will convert it to a Google Sheet. So it will do that. You also have the option of checking to allow things to sync as soon as you reconnect. So let's say I'm working on this webinar here offline. The second I reconnect to internet, it will sync it and overwrite what was there already so that I will have the latest, greatest version of my document, which is nice. Okay, let's go back to here and see what's next. Ooh. Moving things. Here we go. We converted files. We talked about this. So if I want to make anything new, there's a couple ways to do it. There's this awesome app extension that Rebecca taught me called Google Docs Quick Create. So to get this extension, you would need to go to the Google Chrome web store, which I think I will do for you real quick and paste that link in the chat window for you. So the Google Chrome web store, and we want the Google Doc Quick Create. Now I'm taking the time because this will save you maybe hours. So this is Google Docs Quick Create, and this is the URL for it. So I'm going to go into the chat window and type that or paste that in there for you. So Google Docs Quick Create. And so what that does is I want to make a new document. Boom, I click the little button. Do I want to make a new doc, a new spreadsheet, a new presentation, a new drawing, or a new form? And look, I just click that and boom, I've just made a new doc. Or you could do it that way, which is super fast. Or in your drive, you click new. Oop, cancel. You click new and you can make a new folder. You could upload a file. You could upload a folder. You could make a new Google Doc, a new Google Sheet, a new Google Slide, or there's more. Forms, drawing, which is super cool. Google Maps, you can take your kids on virtual field trips. Google Sites, you can have everybody have their own website. And all of these are Google Apps. So I've added those. Personally, you are welcome to connect more apps and add your own, but that's a great way to get to things quickly by doing that. So that is how you would make new documents. I also want to share with you this starred feature. So anything that's starred is going to go in here. So these are the few files that I use on an almost daily basis. So these files here are the ones that I want to be able to get to super fast, super quick. So the way I did that was on my actual file, I just hit that star, and then you'll see how that is now in my starred. I think I have to refresh for it to actually be there, but it will now be the Google Drive webinar. There it is in my starred folder, if you will, so that I can find it fast. And if at any point I don't need it starred, I just unstart and it'll go away. So I use that starred feature quite frequently. You'll also see under the shared with me. So anyone who shares things with you are going to go in the shared with me file. Sometimes people will notify you that they're sharing things with you, and sometimes they won't. So if they share something with you and you can't find it, go to the shared with me and it will be there, and then you'll be able to find it. That's also, if you look, this is a classroom I'm a part of. And so this is the student pictures. And so that's why you're seeing so many of them. They're doing their homework and they're sharing their content with me because I'm a part of that classroom. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. Let's see, let's present because I know it's difficult to see if it's so small. So collaboration. In my opinion, what sets Google apart from all the other brands is the collaboration piece. The ability to create something, collaborate on it, share it, learn it. With one person or many people, you can always utilize it. Not only that, anywhere in the world it'll work. So if I'm in Europe, I can access this file, or if I'm in Palm Beach, I can access this file. Anywhere you are with an internet connection. And what's nice is the number one reason, in my opinion, why I never assigned those collaborative projects in my classroom was because I never knew who was doing what. So I guess I should still be on the screen. With Google Drive, and I can show you here on my webinar, if I go to File, and this is on Doc, Sheets, and Slides, I can go to version history and I can see the version history, and I can see by the second who did what when. So if Tasha, Jessica, and I all have a assignment to do, and Tasha does it all and Jessica and I sit in the corner and talk about boys the whole time, then the teacher is going to see, oh, well, Tasha made all of the did everything on the document. Tasha should get the A. Jessica and Melissa need to do their own project. So the version history is pretty important when it comes to classroom use. Let's see. So how can I share? You can give view, edit, or comment access. You can also send those files with an invitation or with an email. And you can also share it with a URL. So you can always get that link and share that link. So let's go live. I want to show you the share feature. So if I click, and this is a bad example, I forgot, because somehow I made this with my personal account by accident. So let's go to my drive and let's find something that I made with me. So here's my weekly webinar subscriptions. So these are the responses to my form where people subscribe to get weekly updates. The link for this is on the weekly webinars website. And you can see here's my shareable link. We said we could share by link. But if I click advanced, it's going to show me all the people that have edit access to this form. So they can actually edit the form. And these people should not have that. So I need to take them off. So all I do is click and save to get rid of those specific people. Now, if I wanted to, I could have that link there to share with them, just like we saw that link earlier. Or I can add their names one at a time. So if I wanted to, I could add Jessica Falco. Boop, there she is. And I could give her either edit access, comment access, or view access if she needed it. She probably needs edit access, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to her. Notice it's going to send her an email, and I can also give her a message. Here you go. So she knows. There's my information. I can send that to her. There are two pretty important buttons here. So you see Terry has access. Well, if I want to prevent her from changing access of other people or adding other people, all I have to do is click this box. I can also, let's pretend this was a test. My students are going to try to download it and print it and copy it and share it with all their buddies so that everybody gets an A. Well, if that's the case, I just click that button and then they cannot do any of the above. So that will save me on some things. Now, especially if you're using Classroom. If you send out that test via Google Classroom and you have this button checked, now they can't download, print, or copy. So maybe they can do a screenshot, but that's about all they can do. Now, right now, only specific people have access to this. I want to change that. So here are all my options. On public on the web means that anyone in the world can search for this document and find it and do whatever with it. No sign-in is required. Done. The second one, anyone on the web with the link, which means if I want to send the link to a parent of a upcoming assignment, all I have to do is share the link, make it so that anyone with the link can see this, and know that we also have edit, comment, and view rights here as well. So that's there. The next one is that anyone in the school district of Palm Beach County can search for a document and find it. Same with public on the web, but this is only school districts. So those two are pretty much equal. And these two are pretty much equal, except this is only the school district. So if I send out that link or share that link or have that link on a website, if I click on it, I have access to view that website, that specific Google Doc. And the last thing was only specific people, which we talked about. Now, if I cancel that, you're also going to see this little time clock pop up. Well, let's say Denise only gets to see this for 7 days or only gets to see this for 1 day. I can have her view rights canceled or edit rights canceled so that it will go away shortly. And notice I can change that as well. Okay. So because I'm the owner of this, I can make anyone else the owner of this. So hopefully that helps explain quite a bit. And I'm going to save that just to get that out. But those are the share settings. They are basically the same no matter where you go, whether it's Google Doc, Sheets, Slides. Forms is just a tad bit different, but very similar. So that is how the share settings work. We're running out of time, so let's go back to our presentation super quick. And if you have any questions, which I can see there were a few, I will answer them now. So did I miss anything? Pat Maroney. Hello, Pat. Is she all taken care of? Did you help her?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Great info. Good, Vanessa. Bernice, I think. I said it wrong. Sorry. I think it looks good. I did not read all of Pat's stuff, but I think Jessica got you. Okay, so important reminders. Make sure you sign up in e-learning management. So it's a one-time sign-in this year, and it's good for every webinar between now and December 21st. Second thing, complete the survey. There's one survey that teaches me how, or tells me how I'm doing and things I can improve on. I know I talk too fast, but feel free, fill that out, let me know. Also, remember, since I said I talk too fast, you can always pause and play my videos. So they're all recorded for you. You can always go back and pause and play and practice and teach yourself as much as you'd like. That's totally fine. The next one, complete the implementation homework. So you are going to take a screenshot of your Google Drive showing that you implemented something you learned today. Every class is worth 2 points, one for attendance, one for homework. And the homework is due December 21st. So hopefully that answers all your questions on homework. The next class is next week on discovery education. I just found out that I have to be out of the office during this webinar, so I'm working on getting someone from Discovery Education to actually teach it, so that should be cool. I also want to share with you that a lot of you seem to duck out on the Discovery Education weeks. Discovery Education is awesome. It is a great, valuable resource for every classroom. So if you are a classroom teacher or even an ITSA, it is great information to know to be able to share with your teachers. So I would highly advise you coming. Tomorrow is, or next week is kind of an overview on Discovery Education. So hopefully you'll be there. And always feel free to email me anytime. And real quick, I want to show you, we have our very first Palm Beach County engagement challenge that just started. That's a lot smaller than it's supposed to be. So it's on SOS strategies, which are totally cool. Spotlight on strategies. It starts now. It ends November 16th. We have tons of prizes, not only for teachers, but for students. And basically, you're going to choose an SOS strategy, record yourself and your students participating in that SOS strategy, and turn it in. Super simple, tons of rewards, tons of prizes. SOS strategies work for, like I said, every classroom, every age. So I think you'll really enjoy those, and we'll talk about them more next week. So if you have any questions, you can always wait till next week to learn about them, and then you still have a whole month to get your entry in. Okay. Any questions, feel free to email me, and otherwise we're all set. Have a marvelous afternoon, and I will hopefully see you next week. Any questions? I'm not sure I understand the homework. So the homework, you are going to use the snipping tool or Light Shot, which is a Google extension, to take a picture of your homework using Google Drive. Maybe you made a new folder, maybe you dragged documents in, maybe you shared a file with someone and you hadn't done that before. Anything that you learned during this webinar that you didn't know before, take a picture of it and submit it in ELN. On weeklywebinars.palmbeachschools.org, there is a video walking you through step-by-step on how to upload that homework. So feel free to go to that homework tab and you can see everything step-by-step. Any other questions? Thank you, Pat. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you, Lauren and Chandria and Jamie. Who else? Any other questions? Okay. Have a wonderful day.